Hello friend, how are you? Welcome to Tripana Study Center. Today we are going to do the chapter of social science and highlighting each and every point of it. Let's see what is our topic today. Study of social science. Let us study of social science here. Academic disciplines are a field of study, is a branch of knowledge that is a tough, is a various level of education and research or university level. Any field of study has a several sub-discipline is a branches. This may be at a time overlap or some important branches are sub-discipline of social science are economics, history and archaeology, geography, political science and sociology. There is the most important here. There's some important branch of a sub-discipline here of social science are economic, history, archaeology, geography, political science and sociology. This is a branch of social science. There is important here. You would be surprised to know that is the beginning. There was only a discipline is the philosophy. Philosophy is mean to love for the wisdom of knowledge. Philosophy here, a love for the wisdoms of knowledge, and that why is even now their highest degree in any subject. He has a PhD. PhD means he is doctorate of philosophy, and the letter of his knowledge has started increasing and expanding. A need was felt to the classify knowledge into different disciplines here. Science and social science come to be differentiated. The both refer to different aspects of our related. Environmental science deal with the knowledge regarding to natural and physical world. Social science, on the other hand, deal with the knowledge concerned with all aspects of society and human being himself. And let us begin to with the history. This is the most important here, history. The history and archaeology, there is the most important here, history and archaeology. What is a history? First of all, question in your mind, what is a history? The history is on account of event that have happened in the past. That is important. What is a history? History is account of event that has happened in a past. This is a history. The history about the real people and the real things. The history here, real people and real things. It does not be deal with the mere idea and the ideals of the what should be has been. On the other hand, it is a study of what has been. History does not be deal with the individual alone. History does not be deal with the individual alone here. It is a concern with the nation and society. There is a history does not be deal with the individual alone. There is the a concern with the nations and societies. It is not a limit to be king and queen, but all human beings. There is a no limited to here the king and queen here, but all human beings here. It is include all man, woman, rich, poor, irrespective of their background in term of or religion, caste. Religions, caste, etc. are very important. Have you ever wondered how and what happened to our ancestors? Is ascent time. You will be learn about them in this book. Well, the going through this is a course. Noted down all the event which even are interesting to you. Go to the libraries and search the internet to see you can get more information on them. We will be also help you will research for more knowledge. There is history. History is the most important. There is only history here, a past study. There are histories belong to the past. History, there is a not a limit of the king and queen. There is a not a along. There is a nation and study of society here. Next year, your mind, the first question arrive here, why do we study of history? Why do we study of history here? The study of history help us to our uh, roots, strength and achievement, give us a sense of pride as well as a direction. You know that? You understand? Why do we study of history? The history study help us to be now our root, strength, achievement and give us a sense of pride as well as direction. And what we call a progress, would be non-existent if we do not have a proper knowledge and understanding of our past. There is understanding of our past and knowledge. There is generally belief that history deal with the only past, which we think is dead. There is a deal with the past and which we think is dead. In a relative, our past has an important lesson for present and future. Our past important lesson of your present and future. History record is a legacy that has an important wearing our lives. In a sense, is a history related to the story of cooperative action of large number of men and women in their quest for a better life. When we think of how we can now about our past, we get connected to the archaeology. There is a we connected to the archaeology, and often this past activity and their achievement wearing is a sense of pride. Let us keep them safe for our future generation. The next archaeology is the study of ancient time. Archaeology is the study of ancient time with respect to society and culture. The trace of this event can be found in the material is remind there are artifact, burials, brilliant buildings, is momentous, etc. And the study of the archaeologist. The study by archaeologist here, the archaeology is the study by the archaeologist, and they interpret them to provide a knowledge about the time to which this is a artifact belong. The study of archaeology is also include the written record that are very ancient and cannot be easily displayed understood. This source give a more reliable and authentic information here. Most of the time, such a trace and found varied, understand, and have to be a ducks out. This is called archaeological excavations. The archaeological is a excavation is a Mohenjo-daro, Harappa, and Lananda. At some well now is a site where is the excavations has been undertaken and variable material found. Such excavations as often carry out the reported in their newspaper. A very interesting recent discovery in that a remain of city found under to sea near Gujarat. It is believed to be Hindu god Krishna as a city of Dwarka. The Krishna is Hindu god. There is a belief there is a Dwarka, and is a Rakhi Ghara is a Haryana is another very recent is excavation site here. A trip to such a site will be transferred you back to this time. You must be visit such a site whenever you get an opportunity, and also find out more about such site other country too. Archaeology sources also include inscriptions, pillar, metal plate. Metal plate is also important, and also is a coin, seal, is mountains, tools, poetry, toys, picture, etc. There is the most important here. Archaeology sources also include inscriptions, pillar, metal plate, coins, seals, mementos, tools, poetries, the potteries, and the tools and toys and the picture. The work of art are painting, sculptures, is agriculture, etc. Architectures is the most important. Let about their culture of particular period. Look around your cities or town for a museum. Visit to somebody as a house which has a collection of some this item. Make a list and then try to find out of the which period is the belong to. For this, you can search on the internet or visit to library to know more about them. Today, a lot of information can be got from books, magazine, and newspaper. The next here, geography. Geography is most important according to social science here. The study of archaeology and history. Remind are incomplete without or now as something about the geography of the area began a study. There is an important point here. The history and archaeology is remain incomplete without a knowledge of geography on this area. Geography is the study of the earth, landscape, people, place, environment. There is an include of social science here. Landscape, people, place, environment. There is a part of geography but related of a social science. In a simple term, it is now about their world in which we live. Geography is unique and bearings to be social science. There is human geography with the natural science is a physical geography. There is a social science means is a human geography and natural science mean physical geography. Geography play an important role in us shaping the life and history of any society. Geography play an important role in us shaping the life and history of any society. It's a help us to recognize their difference in a culture, political system, economics, landscape and environment across the world. It also helps us to establish link among them. Geography provides as an idea framework for a relating to the other field of knowledge too. If we know the geography of a country, we can understand what happened in a history. There is a if we know the geography of a country, we can understand what happened in history. In this lesson, you will be read that is the earlier human is made a ball. The early human is made a ball around their other a small tool. It is from a studying the geography that you get now why. After ice age, change in the environment must have taken place. As a result, many dense forests might has become a grassland. Can you imagine what must be have happened? Yes, it will lead to growth of population of a grass-eating animal like a deer, goat, sheep, and antelope. There is the most important here. You also know that this animal can run fast, so hunting them not be easy with a heavy weapon. This like the stone is a weapon, the stone weapon, which early human had invited helped them into their survive. Do you know that the Indo-Ganga plan is the most fertile land in India? Indo-Ganga plan is the most fertile land in India. This is because a big river like a Ganga bearings on abundant supply of fresh water, drinking and irrigation. That is why this land is become the place for a establishing big empire like those of Mauryas, Gupta and Mughal. There is the most important here, Maurya, Gupta and Mughal. Ability of iron in the abundance further helped to the expansion of this empire. Can you guess why? You will be learn about more about the four lesson. There is a four lessons the most important for their ability of iron abounded to further help expansion to the empire. Next point here political science. Political science is the most important in a social science. Government is a word which may be familiar. You often to hear and read about there in the newspaper or in the television. Have you ever thought about that is government is? Do you know that the role it plays in our lives and important things it does for the people? The government of country make a law and everyone living in the country has to be obvious this is a law. In a democracy, it is the people who give up power to the government when they elect them. In this way, people help to the parliament of country make a law. There is a people help to the parliament of country to make a law. Well, there is a monarchy. There is a monarch is the king of queen who had a power to make a decisions and enforce them. There is an important here. Monarchy is the monarch is the king and queen. There is a power to take a decision and enforce them. Social science also deal with the how we are governed and it has helped to understand the role of people like us in the running of nation and government. This discipline is called political science. There is a political science. The next here, sociology. Sociology, there according to social science, what is the role of sociology? Sociology means is a society, social. The sociology is yet another very important part of social science. Sociology yet is another very important part of social science. It is a study of human behavior in a social context. There is a human behavior in a social context. Sociology is a focus on the study of human groups. Sociology comes from the Latin word sociology. Its literally means to be study of companions, and sociology seek to understand the structure of society and how it works. It also seeks to define and understand the different factors has been shaped our society. And this include a race, class, gender, culture, religions, belief of system, and government. Sociology also studies that way of individual and group behavior impact on the running of our society. There is the most important sociology in the role important of social science. The next here, economics. Economics here regarding the social science. There is a role of economics in social science. Living in a society also means that we must know how to organize our lives. We must know how to be incommise our income. Incommise of our income, time, resource, because all them are the limited. You must also learn to organize your time in such a way so that you can manage to do things you want. Similarly, when we make a budget from our home, we make the best use of source which are available to us. We can avoid many of problems in this way. We call this study of economics. We call this a study of economics. It's most more than making a budget. The more than there is a making of budget. It is the scientific study of the way in which the human make a choose about the production, consumptions, and wealth. There are three of way: production, consumptions, and wealth. This become a very important when we are the faced with a limited means. It is a social science sticking a balance between need and available of source. Study this object will be a more interesting if you apply the learning to be a real life of situation. One such activities could be make your household budget or a timetable. That is important. All this subject help us to understand how to ensure process of human process and development take place. For this, let us go back into our past. Step by step, we will be get to know about there is evolution of human beings on the earth. Do you know that we study about the revolutions, their evolution and the science too? But over there is a learn how to evolution to take place in a nature, how plant and animal involved. It is an interesting story how to most highly developed of a species. The human beings is developed from a less involved animals. Do you know that is a biological name of our species, human beings? You know that's a Homo sapiens. Homo sapiens is the name of scientific of human beings. There is a biological name here, Homo sapiens. We are going to read about this Homo sapiens in the next section.